Good evening, everybody. This is Smoking in G Sharp, coming in at a later hour, trying to do anything I can to get some life back into my world. How is yours doing? All right, we're going to take that down. And how do you like the living room? I think it's pretty funny. Hold on just a second. I have to gather my thoughts, get everything going. Some life back into. See, there it is. Oh, I'm even pinned myself. Look at that. Got it. I'm going to type hello. Okay, now I'm back to the stream, and I'll take this off. Hello. Hi, everyone. I decided to just pop in with, I don't know, my usual 30-minute live stream. Hang out, see if there's anybody who wants to come in and say hi and check out what I'm talking about for this segment. Well, what can I tell you? Well, first I can tell you this. I may bring it up again if some people walk into chat because I really want to share this. I found this absolutely great honey. Whew. See if you can read that. It's raw, unfiltered honey from California, and it's called Nature Nates. Nate, like Nate's. And it's absolutely just great honey. I can't tell you anything other than that. And I'm not affiliated with this company at all. At all. But I do know when things taste really well, and it has that, what do you call it? Has that floral that's missing in really refined honey. This raw honey holds just a taste of that flower. You know, it's just really great. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there. It sounds like a commercial, but it's not. It's just me talking from my kitchen. Because I put some in my tea tonight, so I thought, oh, I'll share this if anybody comes back on the rebound and watches this. Yeah, so, oh, anyway, what I'm going to talk about tonight is, hope I do this justice, Langjaer Bayen, Slavenbard Norway. It's up in the Arctic Circle. I'm going to stop my cam. It's just easier to talk. And hold on just a second. I found this accidentally as I was scrolling through my Instagram, and lo and behold, this is a really interesting area. Up in the Arctic Circle, as you can see, they have these rows of houses that people can rent, or, you know, just do, what do you call it, Airbnb. Spend a couple weeks up there at the, you know, edge of the North Pole. And it's also a really interesting society. What really caught my eye was the landscape, but I'll get to that in just a minute. But yeah, if you really want to get away to something really remote and just gorgeous, I'm going to show you some pictures here. It would be this place. Now, what's interesting is, let me see here, I take on the old glasses. Okay, the government tries its best to prevent polar bears from coming too close to the settlements. They really ask you in this area to carry probably a good rifle. They say please carry a weapon, a good one that would, I guess, go up against a polar bear. Yikes. I don't know what caliber that would be. But yeah, really interesting. Now, before I take this picture down, look at the mountains up in the top right-hand corner. Very straight, with a lot of lines and grids. That's what caught my attention when I stumbled upon this. And I don't know, it just really tripped me out. So there you go. As far as that goes. And then I found out, let me get there right up. Some of the laws here are really interesting. It says, hold on just a second, I'm coughing. Yes, I did. I dabbed and I dabbed and I dabbed before I came on. It is so true. Okay, as you don't need a visa to live here in Slavobard, ooh, I think I butchered that one, and you can have the same rights to open a business on the island as the Norwegianers do. However, if you run out of money, or you don't get a job that you thought you were going to get here, you have to leave. That's just it. There is no beneficiary system. There's no handouts. You either produce in this area or you got to go, which is pretty interesting. I'm almost wondering in the future, as things shift and we get more community oriented again, these rules might be in place in areas. Just saying. But I thought it's fair. It's kind of brutal, but you're in a brutal country, is basically what they're saying. And the other thing I found, you're not allowed to die or have children in Svalbard. Svalbard. I hope I'm doing that right. And if you run out of money, of course, you have to leave. Yeah, there is no medical services here, nothing major. So they're saying, unless it's just your minor broken arm or something, if you're seriously, chronically ill, you have to go. They do not take sick people and you don't die there. And women who are pregnant have to leave the island and go somewhere else to have the child. They can bring them back after a fashion. But yes, there's no children born here. I mean, this is really, I don't know what to call this ism. It's very interesting, is it not? In one sense, you're kind of going, okay, I get it. In the other sense, it's like, wow. Yeah. But what caught my attention to this area more than any of the living facilities are the mountains. If you can see behind this picture, look at these mountains. Perfectly layered. You can see levels. And at the very top, I mean, you can almost see how the ice and snow fill in some type of brickish kind of something. It's very odd looking. And yeah, it definitely has that melted city look to it. I just thought, a place to look at. Heading north in Norway. Can you believe this? Let me get another picture of some mountains. I'm going to save the best for last. Here's another row. I'm going to just make this one big on its own. Oh, that didn't do a darn thing, did it? No? Okay. If you can look at the mountains, the bottom part is really, really red. And those in the melted Tartarian theory say the cities were all brick, and you're going to find a lot of red because it's going to fall out. And, when it falls out of rock, rock just turns to stonish, kind of granite if it's mixed with crystal, you know. So, which is another thing I've been thinking about, granite. They keep bringing it up, granite. And I'm going, wow, let me think about this. I'm going to come back with that theory, hopefully. But look at this mountain. You can see the reddish, like it's just like melted off, fell off, and left at the very top still perfect layers, super horizontal lines going down. Mud Fossil Gaia, thank you for coming in. I am so happy to see you're here. Yeah, I'm talking about the possibility of these mountains up in Norway. It's an island off of Norway going into the Arctic Circle. And the area is just fascinating when it comes to what's going on there. And you can visibly see these layers at the very top. They're just kind of too perfect. I don't know how to describe that. Now, I know geologists would talk about this as the water receding, and these are water lines. Okay, well, where did all that water go? Because that's a lot of water if that's the case. They're going to say, oh, it's in the North Pole, it was glacier, it all melted. I don't know. Maybe the glacier saved this more than not. Let's see here. I've got another picture. And it's pretty darn close. There we go. Here again, look at the mountains closest to us. It's almost like with this dusting of snow, it gives us this perfect opportunity to look at ancient brickwork that's hidden because in the daylight it just looks like, you know, shell rock, cliffy, but with the snow on it you can almost see something there, like brick at one time, the remnants of it. And on the other side, again, perfect horizontal lines showing that red, you know. And then in the very back, the mountain in the very back has some really nice, interesting, perfect lines. Just thought that was pretty trippy find here. And for those of you who came in, I'm talking about, here, let me bring it up one more time. This place, it's called Longyearbyen, Svalbard, Norway. Cool, thank you. Yay. I just stumbled upon this, and as you can see, these are homes that you can rent, you know, do an Airbnb if you want to go up for a few weeks and stay at the, you know, the rim of the Arctic Circle. A lot of polar bears, though, and they recommend that you do bring your own rifle. Yes, they do. And it's a very interesting culture there. I was just going on earlier about you don't need a visa to live there, but you got to make your own living or you have to go. You cannot have children born there or die there. Or you can die there, you know what I'm saying. Very interesting place. Yeah, that's what I thought, Mud Fossil. It's just a little too perfect. Let me grab this one picture. I think it's just kind of the best out of them all. You can see, you know, the housing obviously on the left, but on the right up, look at that. Look how the snow offers us the chance to just see like layers and layers. And in the mountains in the back, the layers, they all kind of like line up. And yeah, and again, you'd have your, you know, archaeologists, geologists would say that it was just full of water and all of that was erosion. But for one, where did all of that water go? Or even ice melt? Where did all of that, I guess, was that the flood that we all hear about? I don't know. But yeah, it's just a little too perfect, in my opinion. And like I said, let me grab this other one. I wish I grabbed more pictures, but you know, you can only do so many on your desktop and then your... Well, even with this one in behind, this house, look at the upper vertical. I wish I could make this bigger. Let me see if I can find that one. Sometimes you can fiddle with them. Here we go. Okay. It's like, yeah, can you see, hopefully, the layers? Hope you can catch my little X here. There's just, I mean, perfect layers. And see, it's like they were brick and they expanded. Like that one channel has been explaining to us how they were perfect brick, and of course they expand, and then they look like, they've melted into each other, which they have, you know. But yeah, just and like, what is this? Is this a pipe? And what is this? Do you see what I'm seeing? There's like these three things here that look like perfect, like doors. I'm not exaggerating. I hope you look up this and check out this area, because there's just some really fast. What is this? Is that a pipe? So anyway, yeah, this is hey, 417, thanks for coming in. Glad you're here. We're talking about the possibility of a previous civilization. It was highly advanced, and something happened. They call it a lot of things. Leo Medic, thanks for stepping in. Nice for you to be here. And something really bad happened, and all of these were buildings, and they melted. We call them mountains, but they were really something else. They were, smushed, melted buildings. And once you start looking at this, it's just fascinating. Yeah, let me see if I can get this even bigger. Get this out of the way. Bigger. I'll try that. Yeah, this, if you, I hope you find these pictures. They're on, a lot of them actually are on their sales pitch to come there as tourists. But there's a pipe, a lot of brick looking work, something just, you can see the lines, a pipe, a lot of real brick here. I mean, this is not natural. And red at one point. Now, oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Now look at this piece over here. Like I said, almost looks like a doorway, windows. I can't tell by scale, you know what I mean? But more doorways. And isn't it interesting how this, do you see this? Round, with something kind of going back and kind of round, like a barracks. And then over here, it has almost a similar shape. We just got cut off by the picture. How convenient. But it was round. It's like, two things next to each other that are all very much alike. I mean, this is a trippy picture. And then, yeah, then you get down here. What is this? You can see that they're it's like a mine. Are they oh, looks like a mine. Did they discover something and they're pulling it out of there? I don't know. Forgive me. I start running down really strange alleys. Timothy's awesome videos. Thanks so much for coming in. This is great. I'm glad that you're checking out this little look-see at a place up in Norway. It's an island, and it hosts tourists. It's a touristy place, but you have to, behave or you'll get booted off. But yeah, let me bring up some of those previous pictures for those of you that just stepped in. This is what caught my attention, actually. I was just checking out the town, and then I saw these mountains in the background. Look how perfectly spaced they are. Like there was something column-like here. And then it's perfect across. And then way up here at the top. Oh, here, hold on a second. I thought I was touching the right picture, but I wasn't. Here, I'll take that one down for a second. And that one. Okay. Nope. Oh, I've got the cream of the crop. You guys are going to like this at the end here. I can't find that picture to get my pointer on it, but at the very, very top, again, the frost, the light snow dusting allows us to see a brick almost like thing going on. I don't know. I just found this a very interesting area. But here, let me give you the cream of the crop. I forgot that I had this picture until I saw it. Here we go. This guy is hiking at the top of one of those mountains. And I hope you can see the layers of brick. Yes, mud fossil. Those other ones, when you start looking at this, some of these things are just way too perfect. The spacing is like, that's not nature. I'm going to try and blow this one up more. Did that do anything? Let me try to. Okay. Do you see this hiker? Do you see these stones? Look at these stones. Talk about way too perfect. I mean, it's like the Bimini Islands, only. And then look at, now, some people are going to say, oh, somebody did that intentionally. Somebody went up there and, built this like little staircase thing. Oh, really? Well, how did they balance that huge rock at the top? I'd really like to see this. It's the only picture I could find. I'd really like to see this area in different angles in different seasons. But look at the bricks. Look at this at the top. Yeah, he is absolutely walking on something that appears to me, my humble opinion, I'm not an expert, I'm not a geologist, to be something kind of man-made. And you know how they run amok? They'll say, oh no, the monks, the shaman built these. What are you saying? Yeah, they all had time to march all these things way at the top of some mountain and do this. They come up with the greatest stories, I tell you. And you know what? I chuckle now, but I'm telling you, I bought all of that hook, line, and sinker not too long ago. I really did. It took me a long time to wake up to the fact that, yeah, I think a lot of them are making it up as they go because what? They get scholarships and tenure and all of these nice things if they go along with somebody's program of not telling us what our real history is. But I digress. Anyway, yeah, I just thought this was just a really interesting find. I'd like to see more of this for sure. And let me grab another one. I brought this one up earlier, but just for those who haven't come in yet. Yeah, so see, you can rent these apartments and stuff. And this is at the fringe of the Arctic Circle. I think wouldn't that be a great vacation? Be a great Vegan Dolls. Thanks for coming in. Oh, dear, I'm so glad you're here. I'm talking about Norway tonight. Vegan Dolls is going, I'm not surprised. She goes many places. I hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's doing well, actually. But yeah, if you look at these mountains, it's just everything's just so gridded and so perfect, and it's like the real stories are in my stories. Excellent. Oh, and by the way, Mud Fossil Gaia. Oh, hold on. I'm going to do this. Everybody, please sub up to Mud Fossil Gaia. Great channel. I really appreciate you. And the other channel, when the buildings cried, I don't have him up for tonight. And yeah, I really appreciate that you look into his channel. Very good stuff. And I'll hit everybody else that's come in too. Why not? Timothy, glad you're here. Leo, thanks for coming in. And dear vegan dolls, thank you. Did I miss anybody? I hope I didn't. Oh, thank you. I call her 417 because that's a very special number. That is a special number. Very Egyptian, if you look into it. Isis and Orisis kind of thing. Yeah, I think Norway people are really cool. I do. I think I really gravitate to. They seem to be very mellow, all the Scandinavians. And yeah, and here again, I'm just going to run through some of these. Look at the bottom. Let me see if I can get this one bigger too. Let me come in. Okay, see, look at this. It's like you couldn't ask an architect to make better patterned drop-offs and so square. And then up here, you know, just very angular, like pyramidish, angular, you know, gridded. And then coming over here, there's a lot of snow, obviously, in the middle part right now. But just look what it offers when it does open up. Just these great grids. You know, just very interesting area. Oh yeah, Mud Fossil, I appreciate your channels. You guys woke me up. And I'm having so much fun with it. I really am. And then what was the other one I pointed out that was just kind of fascinating? Oh, I gotta do this before I go too. Here we go. Yeah, just the perfect, I mean, you can look at it. I wish they didn't cut off the picture, because I did. I caught this snapshot the best I could off of their lovely website selling the area. But at the very top, I mean, you can just see it is just almost brick still left there. And then all of these perfect column type formations. That's not quite nature. It just doesn't seem right. And then at the very far top right-hand side, the slope going down, it's just almost so nicely rounded perfectly. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I'd love to go here and just really dig into what is this area. And the other thing I was going to bring up tonight, and you can perfectly call this out if this is not real. Please tell me. But back in the 2015 era, give or take, 214, 216, anyway, I mean 20, 216. I'm just cutting out the zero to save time. Is that crazy? I'm so funny. We had this come up in our news that in Austria they found this, what is now stone clay, very hard rock clay stone. Yeah, isn't it? Thanks, it is. They come up with the most convenient ways to do things. Yeah, they found this, and it was immediately blown off as a fraud, that someone made this, and I kind of went with that, and at the time. But then I brought it back up again, because now I'm looking at this. This very well could have been, you know, a small survivor of, you know, the X Factor event. Lack of a better word, I think that's a great term myself. Why would somebody, I mean, what are they going to benefit by creating this? And then somebody carbon dates it or does something, you know, I mean, you can look at something and say, oh, that just has been recently made. Or you can look at something and go, no, that really is something. You can figure out ways to find that out. Anyway, why would someone go to the lengths to do this? It could be phony, but boy, I mean, whoever this person, if this is phony, this person should paint the Mona Lisa because they're great at creating something so authentic. But you never know. Some of those guys in special effects for science fiction movies, I guess they could create something like this. But I don't know. Just wanted to put that up there. Is this real? Is this not? I don't know. If it is real, though, let's just say for a second there's the Tartarian nation that got all obliterated. Wouldn't you think that by then, if they're building all these huge buildings that are around us, that they would have had some kind of really nice communication system? And if they did, and these things were found like this, who invented the cell phone, really? Or did those, what do you call them, Templars, Masons, the Illuminati, the Smithsonian is a big one, save these finds until science has caught up with it enough to find people that can figure it out? The same. And they do have a few other areas that they've been pointing to. I'm sure you've all probably seen this before. But if you notice, it is true throughout, the Greek jar and the stone cutout on the side of a building really do resemble computer laptops to me. You never know. And of course, they did come right behind this and say, no, they're showing the, he was using what do you call it? It's not a compass. It's a measuring stick to show the circumference. It's like he was using a circumference type stick in his hand or something. I think that's what they came up with. But okay, why is he sitting down? Then if he's using the circumference stick, why isn't he using it over the ground? I don't know. I'm just asking those crazy questions. And yeah, that's all I've got for tonight. I just thought I'd pop in with this live and just give a little taste of a great town. And I encourage everybody. Let me put this main thing back up. If not with the mud fossil Tartarian melted city theory, look this town up just because it's really cool and they have really interesting laws there. You don't have to have a visa. You could live there and you can start a business. They have a very interesting community lifestyle. Let's put it that way. And I just wonder if maybe in the future, I think we're going to go down to more community level of living, not so expansive as the globalists kind of wanted us to head. I think we're going to go more in. These people have a really interesting community standard. I just kind of wonder what people would think about this. Why is someone else holding it? Oh, yeah. On that other picture, Leo? Yeah. With the woman and then the kid. Yeah. They just want, they just grab at the, and I'm sorry, I'm stumbling now because it's just so frustrating, at the utter ooga booga that they throw at us. It's just total garbage, but people buy it. People, oh yeah, they don't research, they don't think. Like, okay, if it's that, then why aren't they doing this? They don't go past that. It's hard. It's a hard world we're in. Well, anyway, I hope all of you take care. I'm so glad you stepped in. Yeah, time to go back to Earth. Elbow 88. Hey, I'm just stepping out. I'm so glad that you're here. Please, let's get on Hangouts. Well, pretty soon Hangouts is going down, but what I want to do is talk with you and do some music thing. I really do. I miss you, Guy. I really miss you. So I'm going to put you up here too. Everybody, if you're into music and beer, please check out Elbow 88. Really cool guy. And he writes music. Yes, he does. Very good songs. So anyway, with that, I'm going to take it out here. I've got to go. I can't stay up much longer. It's just my nature. But I hope you're all well and, keep up the good fight. That's all I have to say. And stay frosty.